eggs are ready. We got 3. No traits, skittish, docile, skittish, humble, long-lived. We'll hatch all 3 of these. I think it'll be fine. Oh, it turns out we can't. We need to rest. Well, anyway, we know what the eggs look like, so we don't actually need to see me click the button. We can do that later. Another thing we're going to do here, we don't quite have the big research team we need, but we can do the small research team on Metri Concave and start excavating that. 200k, or we slap you on here to save 60k, then you have to rest. I think it's fine to do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Concave is from Spain, I believe. So presumably a Spanish dig site. La Hurguina might be it. I don't remember there being one over here. This is like Cerrado Stego, right? So this is probably new. Actually, those are Portugal dig sites anyway, right? I think so. I think both of those are Portugal. Don't quite remember the exact position of the Portugal border, but seems right to me. Well, I guess we'll just see here in 10 seconds. I was about to pause the video, but whatever. Boop. Yes. Presumably that's the only concave place. I don't know if we have multiple specimens of concavinator, like IRL. So it would make sense for it to be a singular dig site. Okay, you there, you rest. Leaves us with a 2-6, some genetics. Do we have anything here? No. Although we do have what we need to unlock some more skins. We'll definitely do that before we hatch concaves. Let's see. Eventually we'll need Braki. Yeah, let's just do a Pato then. That seems fine. Just pick a task, have him do something. First, all the concavinator. Unsurprisingly, no... nothing here worth money. No valuable fossils to sell. I think with the 15 mil we got, we want to do infrastructure upgrades here too. So I think actually when the logistics specialist is back, I'm going to task him on doing probably like this one and then specialist facility maybe. I think so. Do we have just the one specialist right now? No, we have the 2. That's worth it, I think. A couple of free points. That'll also give us a point.
We had more time.
Ooh, scientist training maybe?
That's really what we've given.
Yeah, that's the one that's reliable. Yeah, okay, perfect. So, thank you, Dr. Ian Malcolm. The specialist facility will get us a point for this and a point closer to doing the social gene research, which we want to do before we hatch anything else, I think. So, we'll basically get these eggs hatched. Maybe find a filler task while we wait to do the research for the upgrade. Well, that kind of sucks, but at least it happened when we had a bunch of money. We'll do the expensive one just to be nice to our employees. Another thing, research-wise, did we ever do paths? No. That needs to be done, like, right now. We'll do paths first before we do the building upgrades, further delaying doing anything else on these guys. But the eggs are a minute and a half out anyway. So I think we'll just do, like, probably, I don't know, like one species research or something. Maybe the Spino to see how expensive the Spino dig site's going to be at this stage of the game and just go from there. Does this look crooked? That fence is crooked, right? That's like the default fence. Like, it doesn't just look... Like, it looks like it's crooked where I split it. Now what? Oh. None of these eggs are particularly amazing. Roll the dice! Okay. I'm going to demolish this. Because it doesn't serve any purpose, and I just want to see if, like... I think it's the slope. I think because there's a down slope. But it doesn't look like there's actually a downslope. I think it's just crooked.
Attention all personnel. Our weather reports have identified an approaching storm.
No, yeah, it's just like damn storm. I wonder if it was crooked originally, if that's just because I put that tour piece in there. We do that. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. I mean, maybe the fences here in general aren't very straight. I mean, here they're like angular, but up here there's some weird slopes and curves. I don't know. Shit's weird. Let's get those shelters open. Let's get you guys, whatever eggs are left, delivered. Now we don't have to really worry if 5 is going to be too many. I'm sure 4 is definitely fine because 3 was good with space to spare. Then over here, paths are ready. So we can start on the upgrade tree. So you do this. And for research, maybe push towards Brachy, I guess. No, we talked about doing Spino. Let's do that because we got another entire genome to dig up already. So let's just do the Spino, like intellectual curiosity one, and see. I assume it's still going to be like really expensive to excavate, rendering the randomization somewhat pointless. But we'll find out. All right, what does the storm got for us? Immediately. Oh wow, taking out not just one but both gates on the silo exhibit. Okay, you're medicating the tuberculosis. Take care of that. Okay, any other damage here? No, it looks like we're good. Right, Giganoraptors. Gigano 5, nice blue one. Mangrove Pulcrana, very vibrant. Did we have one of those before? No, we had green and brown. So we got a Limpopo Pulcrana and a Limpopo Lithobates now. Yeah, and then this really nice blue chicken. This is a very nice one. I like this one. The white on the face works really well with the blue and then like the other colored feathers. And how happy are you? Pretty happy. Actually going to run out of water before anything else. Continuing the expansion of the swamp that this exhibit is becoming. Which is fine, I guess. Chickens like water. It's not unreasonable. Okay, upgrades are ready. We need to do path replacement. Let's do specialist facility. 7, 8, 9. And then the geneticist might have to just sit. Unless there's a cheap prereq we can do here. So Stego. Behind Stegosaurids. Yeah, we can just do this Kentro. We'll do that to get Stego eventually. That seems fine. Nice filler task. So, path replacement, right? There's a brush for this now. Well, I think we'll eventually want the fancy paths. Oh, we don't want to use the brush, though, because most of the paths are fancy that I want to leave in. Actually, I think we're not going to touch the starting paths. I think we leave those as is. Only our new paths we update. So that'll be this branch here, and then that cross path. So then why don't we just do... You know what? I'm going to do these path types so I can keep them straight mentally. Yeah, except this won't work because this is a awkward and gross backstretch. That clips the hotel there. I guess that doesn't really matter because this is just a path that leads to a hotel which isn't used by anything. It just looks gross. We could do this maybe. Wow, really that clips too? And it clips there? You're really mean. We could just redo it. Like, let's just extend the fence, get that out there, and then like just redo the pathing to make it work. Maybe move the hotel if we have to. It aesthetically bugs me, so let's do the big. No, let's do the fancy small path that matches the connection point. This is trying to snap to shit in a way I don't really like. I think it's trying to snap to that path there because the game knows where it is. That's the thing that kind of bugs me is like the path snapping is sometimes like oddly inconsistent. That's obstructed by the fence somehow. That works. Okay. Like sometimes, actually, I don't think the path snapping is inconsistent. The fence snapping can be inconsistent. The path snapping seems to be pretty good most times. Maybe we can even just sneak this in here. Yeah, see, that's doing weird shit where it wants to delete that nub. So I guess we'll grab you. We'll take you maybe down here slightly. A little further. There, we should have space. We can use the fancy path. But let's not. Let's use the big path so that we remember that that was a fence or a piece of path that we put in there. So yeah, that's the brush. Place on default. I really can't do anything with that section. It's really just being a weirdo. And there's just a weird nub there too. Wait, why are there so many little... Oh, that's where the tour was connecting, which is why there's all those weird nubs there. Maybe this is a place where we can use the brush. Replace on brush. No, it just replaced the piece I didn't want to. I wish there was a Control Z because I have booked up. How did I... Oh, I think that got like replaced too awkwardly. Oh no. What has happened here? Well, whatever. We'll fix it eventually. I just can't figure out why this is completely broken. Now it doesn't matter because we've already fucked up all the paths. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want to use the brush. Wait. No, replace off this path. Yeah. Because I knew I was going to do shit like that. Yeah, I think what happened here is this is like big path and this turned into small, which is why this is weird. I don't know. It'll become more apparent when we get the bigger path. Which we can actually do right now. Luxury wide. We just can't do main, but I don't even know if it's a main. Luxury main. I think the thickest... I mean, I don't think that's the thickest path. So, I don't know. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's aesthetically improved. Okay, what else? Everything's happening there. We need upgrades. We did extraction capacity. Yeah, so this is shared, right? So we have to put, yeah, if we did yield, it would block capacity, and yield is debatable anyway. This is clearly capacity. Like swords are done. How long on this? 1 minute. Might be able to just squeeze out the next tier. Yes, thank you, tiny child in the hallway. Yeah, so that's a 9. Other thing. Dimorphodon? No, because that's 2 stars. Uda, Concave, Morose, if we put it in. Yeah, there's not really anything else to do there, so let's just wait. Alright, path upgrades are being done now, so we can upgrade everything else here. So the arrival building counts as the control center. Task timer unrest meter. Time is probably better. Like quicker egg hatches are relevant. Quicker digs. Upgraded you. Capture team. You get the scanners, which we had from before. We just never put it on there. And then staff center, R1. We'll do specialist, although task cost globally is super tempting. Honestly, a one-time 250 is not that bad. Like, 10% cost reduction, that's what it is, right? You could like, this can save money. Saving 10% on like a research task that's, you know, like 3 million makes up for the cost of putting this in. So you can micromanage the upgrade and flip between these as you need to. I mean, in this case, the problem is we need the specialist facility to do the research that we would need the improved cost to make up for. But yeah, the other thing here is by not putting points into the scientists directly using the specialist facility, it like bypasses the increased cost, which is the big reason we want to do it. And we should be just putting one more point in here like this. Contract completes. We'll let this research here actually, no, yeah, we need that to finish so that we get the cheaper research people back. And there's that. Now we can do social. And I can go ahead and try to figure out what the hell I broke on the paths. Oh, limit 3. Oh yeah, so we needed 3 points distributed, yeah, which I could do. Or 2 points in a specialist facility. We just needed, look, the contract was slightly less than the requirement for the research. It should not be you, it should be you. Begin. And then with the logistics person, I don't know if there's much of anything we can do here, but maybe zip lines. Viewing platform. If we want to do remote viewing, which I probably want to test because I had an idea with remote viewing galleries that I want to test out. We'll need the viewing platforms. I think that's worth knocking out here. Because we're not really in a rush to do an expedition right now. Like, we got fossils backlogged. We want to clone a parasaurs and honestly maybe try to clone another round of Gigantoraptors because they seem really good. Like, really good value. Oh, and were my amenities down from last time? No, they're just poorly configured. Transport's down. Oh, I think I did take that publicity rating hit. I didn't see it get announced on screen, but clearly it's actually happening. So we can't trust the amenity ratings when we're down on publicity anyway. We'll let them sit there. Probably the small ones are, yeah, they seem to be poorly configured. Still not going to worry about it. All right, there's that. I'm going to go through and mess with the paths off video. So let's try Parasaur Alphas. 5 available genes. Thirsty, social intolerant. Can't remove thirsty. So I guess we'll just do like 75-75. Because the lifespan will just kind of muck around with the other numbers here. Yeah, let's just make sure we get that alpha. Yeah, you do that, and everybody else rest while that happens. I did fix the paths. It's a little weird trying to figure out what they're doing here with the paths, actually, because, like, in this little plaza, the interior paths here are small, and the outer paths are large. And so I think I've fixed it, but there's still some weird little, like, hiccups in here. I think that's just how it looks. Like, if we go here... Oops. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the fact that it shifts and resizes kind of messes with me. Like, there's... Yeah, see, this is small, which is why you get the weird little dimples on the sides, because this is big. This is big, this incoming one here is big, and then this one we painted to be small on accident, I think. It's now been fixed. Then there's an interior diamond that's small. And then it looks like that's how it ends up working out. And I think the reason you don't see the dimples on this side is I think because of the amenity kind of covers it up because it all merges together there. I don't know. Maybe this was originally big too. I'm not sure. I think it wasn't. I think this was small because it was facility path that was connected directly to it and it didn't look weird. Just the path type changed, but the width was consistent. So I think this is fixed. That's the long roundabout way of saying that. All right, parasaurs. Social humble. Social tolerant humble is like a super alpha. Social humble thirsty. That's probably actually dangerous. Because if that one becomes the alpha, it's kind of obnoxious. Do we hatch 4 parasaurs? I don't know if 4 is going to, like, gel well. Well, the plan is to move these to a different exhibit later. Let's hatch these 4. We will do it like that. And if they just don't fit... Well, I think if they don't fit, we just get rid of the worst ones. And these are long-lived and then nothing. Okay, shit. That sounds like a storm coming in. I mean, we'll have a better alpha. I think we can make it work. I think we'll just try and make the 8 work. Yeah, we'll take the thirsties. It's fine. Contract. We could wait for the storm. Yeah, let's do that. Let's abuse the storm. Open the shelter. Wait for numbers to dip a bit. And then take the contract. So like 1.7. That one didn't do too much, huh? Well, let's still grab the contract here, I guess. Maybe the numbers will be dipping. Tour ride, revenue, tour ride. We're not going to risk... I mean, revenue might be free, but it's too questionable. Okay, I'm not going to put the tour on that fence anymore because that seemed like it was being weird. I think we can just build one here. I think before we just didn't have, like, power in the area. Oh, hey, Alan, I missed your comment, but I see it now. A little distracted, as is usual. Oh my god, it's not going to fit in here decently because of the curve. I think we just delete this and then, like, curve it around this way, and it should work. Maybe? How is that too sharp? Actually ridiculous. There we go. Finally, it fits. And this is still on replace. And now I have to cycle through the brush. If I click that direction, which I'm going to do continuously, there we go.
We want the park to be as comfortable as home is for our guests. Okay, maybe.
Okay, parasaurs on the way. We had our first die-off from old age, 1 Struthiomimus. We've done research for taiga skins and patterns. We could do even more if we did drought tolerance, which is actually not bad to have because everybody on this map is thirsty all the time. I think it's worth saving the money here and just tripling up on this. Saves over 200k. So we'll do this, we'll do the skins and the patterns, and then we'll hatch Gigantoraptors to get a new batch. And then since the other person we have is the logistics person, how much we can do? How much was Concave? We can just keep digging up Concave. That's fine. Not even a problem. Ooh, another die-off. That was sudden. So we'll have to see how this para territory here works out. We have to keep in mind the fact that the new alpha won't immediately take over, which will influence it as well. Oh, geez, that's a dry power generator almost. Okay, there's that. None of the other ones are showing warnings. Research finished. So if we do... Oh, I should have put another point into Brazier on genetics. We should have went 8 and 3. That way we had a person do fossils. Let's do the skin here. And then I think I'm just going to double the other 2 up on fossils, which is a little weird. But it clears this out. It's not exactly efficient, but it's better to do that than to actually put the point in genetics in there, I think. I'm very tempted to finish this enclosure here, but... Well, you know, the annoying thing with these, I don't think we'll ever actually get to use the large. I think it's impossible. So this is supposed to be an unmodded run, but I might have to fix that. Because it sucks otherwise. It's actually strange that they'd fix the hotels that were technically doable. And not fix the power if the power truly is, like, something that can't be done. Like, one of those is an inconvenience, the other one is a legitimate issue. Somehow these guys are good. Oh, the alpha did take over. Alright, in that case, I believe it then. Please fix that. Before he gets sick. You failed me miserably. Alright, this crew is all good. Weird that that came up when I was playing around in menus. I'm not sure how that worked out. Maybe I clicked on something. That's a good contract, though. So, 4 here. Actually, this makes sense then. We do fossils on the big geneticist. And we actually dispatch a team of 3 to do the pattern. And that makes more sense than doing it in the inverse, because for the expense of using up 1 more... Oh, it's only 2. Patterns are specifically just 2 people. Well, rip. I was going to say it made sense because we'd saved a little bit of extra money. Using 1 extra scientist to save 100k actually would have been worth it. Well, in that case, let's work on some vaccines. Yeah, double cheaper research people can do that. Expedition. Anything here to get? I don't think so, right? Concave's the only one we've unlocked that's going in. For sure, at least. Yeah, alright. Well, I guess he can just sit.
It's the little things.
Actually, maybe there's an
big
upgrade.
things the way we want them. This next objective falls squarely into
Also,
that
we still
category.
haven't done the research for paleomedical facility, which is hilarious. Yeah, amenities aren't
While you could
unlocked.
argue that these animals are living experiments, they are still deserving of the best care we can
We could
provide.
do
Healthy
zip
specimens,
lines
if
and
you
see if
will,
those provide
make for better
transport.
science.
That's maybe okay. We can do hatchery upgrades. I've been sleeping on this. Yeah, we can knock this out and throw the cheaper research person out to save a little bit of money. Also do an E. coli because we had an E. coli incident in the Giganoraptors. Struthiomimuses are continuing to die. I think we're going to finish this exhibit and prep the move over on the paras and gigants because we'll need a spot to put concavinator. So I think we'll stick the concave here. We'll do a bigger herbivore exhibit back here, and we can keep putting out paras and giganoraptors and eventually brachy and expand back through the gap if we need to. Or just put in another bigger exhibit back here for brachy, move these guys out. I don't know. Worry about that later. There's that. I think the medical team was already on the way. Yes. Wait, this has... Why does this have two upgrade slots? Do the hatcheries always have 2 upgrade slots? Or do they always have 2 upgrade slots in Malta? I don't remember. Yeah, because normally you have to have the slot unlocked. Maybe they always have 2 on the hatchery and I just never bother with the second. Because it almost never matters with bays. I think that's right, actually, yeah. Because I think I do remember occasionally putting in extra bays alongside advanced equipment. And I would never use extra bays instead of advanced equipment. So I think this is always 2, and I'm just being silly. Okay, I believe that's correct. Scientists, what do we want to do with you guys? Rest you. That's what we want to do with you. Take some breaks. We have the geneticist on hand. Maybe we can synth. Oh, we do have one more pattern to do still, too. Sure. We'll do the pattern. The logistics person can do nothing, I guess. Maybe we should also research like Brocky or something here so we can do something with that. Oh, we're 2 layers deep though. What about on the carnivore tree? Yeah, we just don't have immediate access to anything else that's supposed to go in the park. Oh, we never checked if the Spino dig sites were still expensive. Yeah, 4 million, 2 mil. I'm pretty sure these are the normal prices. 13 logistics. So the randomization doesn't like account for that. So you get the super early Spino unlock at a price that's completely unreasonable to ever actually use it. Which means probably then too, the super late baryonics unlock is also your regular, not terribly special baryonics. So them just simply getting transposed is a little weak. That's why I like the way I did the randomization, where there was limitations to how much things could be shuffled. So you wouldn't have a super early high tier dinosaur or a super late low tier dinosaur. They could, you know, be shuffled into the middle of the pack and it wouldn't go completely crazy. And I mean, you could go more elaborate on it too, which would be nice if they'd have done that maybe to just modulate the costs of things a little bit and the appeal ratings of things so that you can have like an early relatively cheap Spinosaurus and like a late expensive big ticket baryonyx. I think that'd be way more interesting. There's probably a way to do that in a mod. Maybe with a standalone tool like I did for randomization before it was official. But that's probably more complicated because some of those values are held in databases. So you would need to know SQL and edit the SQL databases. It's not just Lewis script edits. I'm sure Frontier could do it if they set out to make that change, but it'd be a little more complicated for an end user to do it. Okay, well, Storm is rolling in. That sucks. Everybody's back and happy. Let's dispatch some more research. So this was locked behind that. This was one large app, which we can't do. Actually, maybe we just get those concaves ASAP. Or the Gigantoraptor clutch. No, let's do the concave and get the new enclosure ready. So we'll do the concaves now. We'll build the enclosure after the storm and go from there. Yeah, these can be. No, what? Let's do just the patterns, not blank. I think these guys are actually a really good blank, but still. Get rid of antisocial. Up the chance on humble. These guys have a grotesquely bad lifespan. These guys' lifespan is so bad. I don't think lifespan is worth it. Because this is like a modulation by proportion of lifespan. All right, thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you later. This is a proportion. So if your lifespan is dog shit, the proportion lifespan gained from long life is also dog shit. So like, there's not much point in investing a large chunk of your genome to go from like 37 years to 45 or something, right? Weird that they have the tolerant gene. That's a weird choice. We could do 50-50 and then they don't get thirsty. Do these guys not get the biome penalty? Or maybe Malta doesn't have a biome penalty and Paras are just normally thirsty? Could be the case. I mean, we can still put a 25 in here just to see if it comes up. Let's do that. All right. But then on the rest, let's do another vaccination. Yeah. Too cheaper research. Logistics person just hangs. All right. Yeah, rival building damage is pretty subpar. Okay, this one's already kicking her ass. If these escape, we could just move them to the other pen, which is funny. Nope, seems secure.
The science. It's everything. And we'll take our
Okay.
victories where we can find them. Nice job.
Two eggs. Social humble, long live social humble. All right. I mean, seems pretty good. 6. Okay, geneticist is still on deck. So we'll do this to push closer to the bear or the Brocky. I almost said berry. I mean, I did say berry. All right, I gotta get this pen set up. We'll do that off video. Okay, pen is started. Basically, the goal here is to trick the game into thinking we have transport by putting in 2 tours in slightly different areas. And we'll see if that actually works to get like anywhere on transport rating. Let's just go up here. But then yeah, for now, we'll just kind of run the loop. We don't have towers because this is Malta. We can't have the amphitheater because this is Malta, and we can't have zip lines because this is Malta. So the amphitheater or the zip line, I mean, research was wasted, and my internal debate / external debate on the stream over going for the amphitheater research doesn't matter because we literally can't have it anyway. So no problem. It does. Ooh, don't do that to me. Okay. It does mean that our long-range viewing options are limited. The saving grace, of course, is that Malta does include viewing galleries. However, we know the problem with viewing galleries. I ranted on it previously. They're too damn expensive.
Even I could do this next job, which means you should be able to as well. Read up on the details of the objective and then chop chop.
Holocanth is sleeping. That's going to be a little... Are you sleeping right now? No, you're roaming. Looking for water. A little tough having only 2. Yes, and I redesigned the path here a little bit. Put in a big section to the tour since this is a path that I feel fine modifying. 88% is our baseline for transport. Remember that. 1 minute on Concave. Let's start... Is this built? Yeah, let's start sedating and moving. We should actually do this strategically. Okay, Parasaur Alpha is 6. We'll move the Parasaurs first. We'll get 6. We'll make sure... That is not the one I clicked on, thank you. We'll make sure 6 is moved first. Then hopefully that means they'll automatically be Alpha in the new enclosure, since they're the first one to land. That's the hope and goal. We'll see if it works out that way. I do wish these paras were quadrupedal. That'd be really nice. Okay, carcass, not anything that matters probably. Okay, quick spot check. What are we doing? Running out of fuel. Concaves are ready. Probably should have started moving stuff slightly sooner. 33, 4 minutes. Fill up. I also notice a stray section of road. Get that cleared out. Tours built. 96% transport rating. Cheesed it. Bathroom rating. And... oh, actually, we can't trust it because there's no dinosaurs in the pen, so people aren't being drawn into the things yet. These are screwed. I think at this point we just let these sit because it'll change again when the tour's in. So let's not worry about that. Get the carcass. Okay, 6 I said was the lead. Yeah. So let's move 6 first and foremost.
Picking up asset. Heading to pick up the asset.
That's why I'm doing these one at a time, rather than batch hauling them, because I don't trust the delivery order, basically.
Asset requiring collection.
And we know, of course, from experience that Parasaur is tall nut. And put a little bit on either side of the lake, maybe. You know, scatter a little bit around in some other areas. Try and not, like, overly specialize any part of the exhibit, basically. Man, the Struthies are, excuse me, wasting no time dying. Alright. Okay, 2 Parasaurs. 2 Parasaurs. And 4 Gigantoraptors. 1, 2. And 4. Okay. Parasaurs are on the ground. Territory looks great. Alpha? 6 is Alpha. Perfect. Absolute perfection. Yeah, just imagine if this Parasaur was quadrupedal. Like in its normal walk animation. It'd be absolute perfection. Too bad. Okay. Wait, hold on. Which one of you is Alpha? Long-lived, humble, skittish, humble. Oh, we don't have a good Alpha. These ones we don't give a shit. Come on, guys. Come on. There you go.
En route to pick up the asset. Acknowledging asset collection request.
Alright, and these were, I think, ground leaf. And we'll need a meat feeder. Probably want 2. Just to encourage them to move around a bit. Just scatter a bit of ground leaf in some different areas. Bit in the front. Alright. Meat feeder here. Let's delete it.
Transporting asset.
I'm gonna go ahead and like clean up some of the veg in here. Like the stuff that's obviously paleo veg, at least. We leave the woodland trees that I added for decoration. That aesthetically is perfectly reasonable, I think, for Concave. Are you sleeping? You're sleeping. I need a Jeep immediately. Where is it? There. Like, I was just confused because my Jeep was actually back at base, and that itself was unexpected. I think it got up. That bastard. Well, now he's panicked. All right, where's the other one? Over here, not sleeping. All right, all those are out. Concavenators via airlift. 1, 2. They'll need a goat feeder, presumably. I mean, I'm pretty positive they're a goat feeder. And we need to set up, of course, the ranger station over here. Needs to cover the meat feeders. So right there. I believe there's already a gate in the front here somewhere. Maybe not. Let's put a new gate in back here, though.
Asset transportation complete. Asset delivered. Confirming asset delivery.
All right. Things are happening. Gigantoraptors are good. Great margins. We can put more U in too. Okay. Amenity check. Probably on the tour. Yeah, restroom, shelter. And we probably are going to need another set of amenities on that side of the park somewhere, because those are going to be a big draw.
Asset has been
Looks like we're going to need another power thing too. Let's put in the shelter first. That's the big gross thing. Did I click a hotel there? Yeah, superficially they look very similar. Yeah, that's big, gross, and chunky. I think we want to put it here at the end of this path. I with the way the red is positioned, I don't want it to be too far out. It's a little awkward with the hill. I did the hotel again. They have like the same shape. That's the problem. Oh no. Okay. I mean, it fits. It looks awful. Can we put it back here maybe? Maybe. Okay. There's all that. Okay. Amenities are going to be a whole weird thing to try and do. Like this area is not going to fit like anything else. Can't even put one there. So we could try and put amenities like all the way down here, which is probably not the worst. We could try it. Except they're not going to fit, except on the outer curves. All right, let's just start with the one here, maybe. Try a medium. I guess we'll just do that. I mean, it's at capacity. Okay. And you're at capacity and you're under, but room to grow. I'm not bothered by this that much. Okay. And the middle food, we'll do this by food type, I guess, fixing these. So yeah, these are worth more. So we want it to be like that. Okay. That's without the concaves too. Nice to meet you too, Brazer. I guess that's a good thing. Nostalgia. I'll take it. All right, concave is in. What do we got? Missing forest, allegedly, but I think it's... Yeah, it just needs to move around more. We did put a prey feeder in. Yeah, it's over there. We can sprinkle some regular forest in here, replace a little bit of the paleo veg that's probably still snuck in. I mean, they seem to have a pretty good amount of open space. Also, the water. We have, like, all the water from when the other dinos were in here. So we can dial back the lake a little bit. Oh, now I took away too much water, although there are plants in it, which doesn't help. Classic moment, though, of too much water, not enough water. Which way is it going to go? Yeah, the Concave actually has a pretty high water need overall, it looks like. I also did this before the second one was down, which was always a mistake. You definitely want to wait till all your dinos are down to worry about fine-tuning the environment. Alright, second one's down. And you're the alpha, the long-lived humble social. We have margins to support a few more of these guys. Is the lifespan as bad as we are led to believe? 48. Did I guess 48 with the bonus? I think I did. 37 to 48. Maybe I said 49. I was close. We'll look at these guys again in the daylight because they are lovely. I think we'll do a second batch too right away. Yeah, we got plenty of open space and forest, so we'll need even more water. But like, let's get another 2. We'll look at a nice set of 4 when the daylight rolls around that way. Okay. I've been trying to get another decent clutch of concave eggs, and I've had to throw away 2 sets because they keep being aggressive. Which is not completely a problem. It's only a problem in conjunction with another gene. So if we make it so these guys are not humble social, it'll actually be fine. So I guess we'll just do lifespan because we might as well get 10 extra years. I'm going to push you over the brink just to get these out. The amenities should be good now, and the Polacanthus refuses to ever go to sleep. So that's where we're at. 97 restroom, 83 transport. Transport rating went to shit again. Possibly due to the amenities being added down here. Awkwardly, I had to put one over way on the side, which is not the best. No, you want a bathroom over here, weirdly enough, because of the tour, I guess. That should be fine there. Position's a little weird being down the back path there towards the hatchery, but I think I'm fine. I did not see the storm warning. Or usually you hear the dialogue of like, there's a storm approaching the island or whatever they say. And here, nothing. Okay, go that way. When the team gets over there... Okay, that gate, they're not going to notice that gate's down right away. I mean, maybe they will. The Polacanthus actually, or the Parasaur does actually have the claw marks. Polacanthus, you're not sleeping. You're agitated by a storm. Yes, you're agitated by a storm. Okay, well, I was hoping maybe one would be sleeping when we came over here, but nope, not a chance. And they are getting a little crankier. Get over there. Okay, well, such as it is. These Polacanthus do not sleep. Perfect. Like usual, you gotta will it into being. Great. Okay. Egg. Yeah, aggressive humble. Are you joking? Aggressive tolerant? What am I supposed to do with that, you bastards? Seriously? Why is it tolerant? Like, giving it the tolerant gene is just bad. It just fucks with the dominant. It's actually like a huge troll move by Frontier to give the Concavinator tolerant as a gene. You can remove it, because you can do negative genes. We just don't have tolerant, right? I'm actually so annoyed by that. Yeah, we never did cross species because it's an awful mod. All right. Well, other things we can do here are we got a few vaccines left. Can we do one on each? Sorta. Might as well do these or medicines rather. Yeah, we don't have any welfare. I guess that's it. Well, all right.
That's my motto. And
Well, we're at 55 minutes. Let's wrap this episode up by checking out our Concave.
have someone to blame.
Fresh
when
out of the
you're
rain
huh?
as the sun
That's just
comes
smart
up.
planning. Getting
So
ahead of
Nora
the
and Lethal
problem by
Bates.
Figuring out your excuse in advance. But with this
And
last
a lovely
objective, you can put
Svalbard
all that aside
Pelophylax
because, hurrah, you did it.
in the nice early morning sun. Yeah, they're both pretty good. All right. Well, maybe I'll hang on here a little bit and try to click the go button. It's probably not going to work out though. Oh, Jesus Christ. The power. Always with the power. What would we have done if we didn't take that $15 million hit? We're sitting right now at half of that money. Like, that was such a huge acceleration for the park and, like, research. Crazy. Crazy good. Yeah, we can try this one more time, I guess. See, now we did it. Now it worked. Aggressive, nocturnal, long-lived, aggressive, long-lived. These are fine. Because they don't have anything else that modifies dominance. They won't take priority from the existing alpha. So we can hatch them. With the remaining team, maybe it's a 12. It's a 12. Doable if we have the whole squad. I think I don't want to put the points in, so I do think we want to wait on that. So the other thing we can do here at the end is we can set up Gigantoraptor for an alpha. And let's make sure we favorite all the pretty new patterns. Which I think we did for the Concave. I'm pretty sure we had all those before we did anything. You actually did have 50 or chance at a proper alpha here. We'll do 50-50, 25. Yeah, that seems fine. They have no negative traits. They actually have a really good genome, actually. Like, that's what you want to see. You want to see a genome where when you put 2 edits or 3 edits on it, you have good odds of them not getting overwhelmed by other random genes that are taking up spots. That's why tolerant is so bad. It messes with your dominance. It takes up a valuable gene slot because you can never have more than 3 mods on a dinosaur. And it just doesn't do anything. Like, the situations where tolerant matters are so narrow because it was nerfed that it doesn't really matter. It used to be that tolerant meant you could have 1 more neutral species in a pen, and that's just not true now. Like, I think it might still work if each of the neutral species is like 3 members or something weird.
You to do a good job on this
But
next
realistically, it just doesn't do
one. I
anything.
need you to.
To a ride. Although spots are running out for where we can cram this in. I think we can just stick it up the hill, though, now that we have power over here. We really should end this episode. All right, we got those other concaves in here. We've got Champlain Calcarana and Mangrove Calcarana. The Mangrove, I think, looks especially nice with the bluer base color. Oh, are we doing the social? The social animation's so good. Yeah. And then that one gets mad, and then he's, like, ashamed and, like, looks away. It's great. And then when this one leaves, he nips him in the tail. Fantastic. And we did Brocky research as well. Well, these guys are getting moved over. Oh, they got nice little, like, patterns here. Oh, this came up in the skeleton crew video for these guys. Like, the scaling here on the underside, you see these big square scales in rows? Like, there's a row of 4, like, snake-style scales, basically. This is, like, a real thing. We have those skin impressions for Concave, so we know that's true. And that's pretty neat, that it's, like, in the model, the detail is there. And, like, the quill knobs are, for the arms here, are present in the fossil, too. Apparently slightly debated, but, yeah, it's a really good model. Apparently the only major inaccuracy or like minor inaccuracy, is the placement of the sail here. Probably should be forward a little more. Probably further ahead of the center of the hip, where this one kind of sits. It should be a little bit further forward, but it's still a high-end model. And like for me, it's about the aesthetics of the creatures, especially in the Jurassic franchise, where half of them are grotesquely inaccurate. And I think this thing looks just amazing. So, yeah. Love it. I just wish its stats were better. This lifespan stat is bafflingly bad.